Hi, this is Nick with the second thought this week on the whole idea of I feel I've lost my sense of purpose. What could I do? What should I do? What can I do? So today I want to talk about what I call the paradox of acceptance, because feeling lost or feeling like something's ended, it can be a very unpleasant feeling. So our natural reaction is quite often either to want to fast forward to get to a solution, or it's to judge that this has even happened and say this shouldn't have happened. Sometimes we even turn it into a form of self-attack. I think we go, well, what's wrong with me? How come I was inspired and I had this sense of purpose and now I don't have it anymore? There's obviously something wrong with me. We're looking for something or somebody to blame. So we'll either find somebody out there that we can blame for this, or we'll end up blaming ourselves, or a bit of the two. So it makes sense in a way to judge and push away and resist what we don't want. It's kind of obvious, because you go, well, okay, so why would I want to feel lost? Why would I want to feel like I've got no sense of purpose? Why would I want to feel like my inspiration and my sense of purpose have run out? They're not pleasant things. But here's the thing, you've probably heard this expression, it's kind of become a bit trite, but what you resist persists. And it's true. One of my favourite quotes is from, I'll post this beneath the video, but it's from a spiritual teacher who I've listened to once. I heard him in London, called Adyashanti, and there's just something about his words that really just deeply resonated with me, because I've always known this idea to be true, but the way he expressed it has really touched something deep in me, so I'm going to share it with you. He said, whatever you resist, you become. If you resist anger, you're always angry. If you resist sadness, you are always sad. If you resist suffering, you are always suffering. If you resist confusion, you are always confused. We think that we resist certain states because they are there, but actually they are there because we resist them. Now that's a big thought, So what's the nub of what I want to get to today? What I'm really saying is there's a big paradox in this idea of acceptance, because when we accept what is, my experience, both personally in my own life and professionally working with hundreds of other people, is as we begin to accept what we haven't wanted to accept, what we've judged, what we've resisted, what we've pushed away, often it's something that's painful. Once we allow ourselves to lean into it and experience it, the paradox is it begins to transform. The thing we've been avoiding, once we face it, begins to dissipate. And I find it paradoxical, because sometimes, experiencing a sadness that I've been resisting for a long time, or resisting a sense of lostness that I haven't wanted to feel, or resisting some anger that I've wanted to push away and suppress. When I let myself genuinely feel those things, they begin to dissipate. But while I resist them, they do persist. So the paradox here is accept the very thing that you don't want, and it can begin to transform into something else. So accept this sense of lostness, accept that something's come to an end, and feel whatever accompanies that. Have the courage to feel, I suppose, is one of the things I'm saying here today. When we have the courage to feel and face things that we haven't wanted to feel and face, paradoxically they begin to melt away. But resist them and they remain. And this is the paradox of judgment, because what we judge, we actually are stuck with. This is the paradox here. What we judge, we actually reinforce. The very thing we're pushing away and don't want, we actually are stuck with when we judge it and push it away. And the more we allow ourselves to just have that experience, whatever it is, it begins to transmute into something else. So that's today's thought, is allow yourself to feel, accept what seems to you unacceptable, because once you can accept what you haven't wanted to accept, in my experience, it opens the doorways to that new beginning that we talked about yesterday. But that new beginning can't happen until while we're resisting something. So I hope that's helpful to you. I will post this little quote underneath the video. Thank you so much. Have a good day, and look forward to hearing your comments. Bye bye.